Hi, I'm Molly. I don't know if you remember me doing a live, it was maybe a month and a half ago, on the Hair Nerds page, but I am one of their Hair Nerd contributors, and today I just wanted to talk about, overcoming the obstacles that you have in your life or the things that may be distracting you so that you can accomplish your goals and stay focused on them. But I also wanted to talk about the other side of it, which is just maybe recognizing how hard we work and how hard most hairstylists or cosmetology students work. And I don't know, sometimes we just need a day off and we shouldn't really feel bad about it. So I just want to talk about the last third of cosmetology school and be really upfront and honest. And sometimes it's hard. I really love it, and I love school, and I love all the people there, and I love doing hair, but I just have a lot going on, and I'll spare you all of the details of my personal life, but I guess I could touch base on a few of them just so you understand what I'm saying. But I do work full-time, 40 hours a week, and then I go to school here in Salt Lake City at a cosmetology school, obviously, and I'm to put in like between 24 and 27 hours a week there, so really it's only like 67 hours. Sometimes it's more. My job, I work 14-hour shifts, so 3 of those, and then sometimes they turn into longer than that. So I'm just tired, and I just have other things going on. My husband has a job that requires him to move across the country to Memphis. I live in Salt Lake City. I probably already said that, but he lives there 6 months of the year, and he leaves in 9 days. So I've just been preparing for that and working and trying to figure out what I want to do after school. And, sorry, the lighting in here is awful and I'm so red. I've been trying to find like a salon or decide, if I want to assist, and I really do. And it's been really hard for me to find somewhere that I feel really good about, and I feel really good about the job that I have right now, and so it kind of scares me to leave like full-time benefits and all of these things. And so the other day I hadn't had a day off for like 18 days, so I didn't go to school. I only go 3 days a week, so one day is 12 full hours, another is about 10, and then my third day is 8 hours. And so I skipped my 12-hour day and my 10-hour day, and I went to school on Saturday because it was my day off, and they're always really busy. And I felt really bad about it. I felt bad about myself. I woke up on Thursday and I was like kind of beating myself up, and this sounds dumb, but I was just thinking like, oh, you're dumb, you paid all this money for school and you just need to do it so that you graduate right on time. And because missing 2 days is like missing a full week basically. And I just felt really bad about it, and then I started thinking, like, it's okay as long as I don't do it all the time, and sometimes we just need a minute. We just need a minute to ourselves to focus on the things that we have going on in our lives. And I think that as long as we recognize that and we don't dwell on all of the things that we're doing, and we don't dwell on the bad things that happen or the things that we need to overcome to accomplish our dreams and finish them, that it's okay to take a break sometimes. And I also think that I spend so much time trying to keep it all together all the time, And I really don't want to seem like a cosmetology student who just thinks other things are more important, because I see that sometimes. I see people skip school for a long time, or I hear people say things sometimes, and I try not to compare like what I have going on in my life with theirs, because we all have really important different things that we value. But I sometimes fear that if I take a break and take time to myself, that I am going to seem like I just gave up, and that's not the case. So I wonder, I don't know if other people feel this way when they're in cosmetology school. I know some people don't work full-time and they don't have, like some people are not married, or some people are and they might have an easier time. But I think I also went to school, like years after high school, and that's hard too. I think that I've had a lot of things to sacrifice, and it's made me really look and think about how important cosmetology is to me in the industry. And it does make me realize that I made a really good choice for myself, and that this is something that I really love doing. I love doing hair, and I love the people that I meet, and I love all of the other people that I've talked to that are in the hair industry that love it as much as I do, and it's brought me so many great things. But it's hard for me sometimes to I think remember why I did it right away and to remember that probably a lot of people feel this way. I have friends who are done with school that do hair full-time, and they're not like very popular, I guess, in the industry, or well known, but they're really talented, and they're well known here in Utah. And then they also have other full-time jobs to keep healthcare benefits. Or I have friends who work like 70 hours a week doing hair, which is probably what I would like to do, honestly. But they also have kids and families, and so it's been nice to talk to them and for them to say, yeah, that was really hard for me, or people who are still in school with me that have more hours than me, they'll say, oh yeah, when I hit about 1,200, which sounds dumb, I know, but yeah, it was hard for me to find the motivation to keep going and to not compare myself to other people who had been there longer or had graduated and had success. And then I've talked to people that have way less hours than I do that say the same things as me, and so I just think it's important, I guess, to take a day off and to appreciate the time that we have to ourselves. And I also think it's important to keep going after we take time to ourselves, and to prioritize the things that are important to us, and to really chase after bettering ourselves and lifting other people up, I think, is important at school. It can feel kind of competitive sometimes. So I don't know. I'm gonna reset, and I'm gonna go every single day for the rest of the time that I'm there, and I'm just gonna finish all of my hours, and while I'm there, I'm going to try to make people feel good about themselves and make them also want to come to school. And another thing I wanted to talk about is my fear of finding somewhere to go afterward. It's hard, and maybe I should talk to other people about this, but I can't decide between assisting, which I think I really want to do because I feel like I would learn so much more. It's almost like you just get the basics while you're in school, and then you could go assist somewhere else and learn a bunch of things, at least for a year. Then I would feel really confident, I think, in my ability to do hair, and I would also feel comfortable with charging people the amount of money that I think it is fair. And here it's hard to do that too because it's really saturated, I think, the hair industry. And I really fear not being able to charge what I think my work is worth. But then I have days where I think I would want to do booth rent. Like, I think I have enough of my own clients that I probably could successfully do that. But then I wouldn't learn as much. I don't think I would have to learn by making mistakes probably, which is a little scary to me. So I can't decide. Annie says, what helps motivate you? There's a lot of things. I see, all of the hair pages that I follow on Instagram, they motivate me. I think that seeing other people's work and thinking about all of the things that I need to do to progress to achieve something like that motivates me. My family and my friends do. Like, my spouse will say, oh, well, you really need to go to school today, and you just need to finish, and then he's really helpful, and he'll help me do things, at home or around the house, or help me run errands and stuff throughout the week, and I think my friends, and even being at school motivates me. When I get there, I'm like, gosh, why was I even worried about all the things that I had to do here today? Because everyone's so nice, and our instructors are really good, and they're really helpful. And I think whenever I have a client sitting in my chair, that also motivates me, because I want them to be happy with the end result. I want them to want to come back to see me. I want them to just love their hair and to feel good about themselves. So the minute that they sit down, I feel motivated to take on whatever task it is that we need to. And that's what makes it worth it. I think sometimes finding the motivation to get to that point is what is more difficult. And I've met some really good friends at school that have a lot of common interest with me, and also have a lot of things going on. They motivate me as well, and I guess the future does too. Being done with school and building my own clientele and thinking about where I want to go, that's a motivator. Even though it scares me, it's motivating because I know that I need to get school done to even get to that point. So I don't know. I guess I should talk to more people that decided to do booth rent after school, or talk to more people that decided that they wanted to assist. But I don't know. I just think sometimes it's hard, and I think even after I graduate, it'll be hard. Especially because this is an industry where you really have to market yourself, and you have to market your product, whether that be a product that you've made, or your brand that you've made yourself, or just doing hair in general. And I think that is also kind of exciting, because you get to build who you are, and you get to eventually be known for what you produce and all of your talents. That's exciting to me too, but it also is a little nerve-wracking because it's all word of mouth and your social media content and the connections that you make. I think networking is extremely important, and sometimes it's hard, but I need to do that more, and I've been really grateful for the opportunity that I've been given to be a hair nerd contributor. Not only do I see it as a resume builder, but also the friendships that I've created with them. And I guess I'm just rambling on and on. But I just wanted to talk about how I was honestly feeling, and that's kind of what this is, I guess, just a diary of being a cosmetology student. And I think sometimes it's hard, but I know that it will be worth it, and that there are ways to overcome the things that we have going on in our lives to still stay focused on our dreams and our end results. And sometimes when I lack motivation, I just need to think about all of the things that made me want to do this. And I will continue to do so, and I will just continue to reach out and talk to people that have experienced the same feelings, or that have also left school and felt like they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do. But I guess that is all for my live today. And thank you for watching and for listening to me. And if you watch this later and you didn't watch it right now and you've ever felt this way, or if you have any suggestions, or you have any thoughts on what made you choose the path that you chose and what led you to your decisions and your career path, I would love to hear about them and connect with all of you. So thank you.